Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and today I want to show you my newest cool redstone invention, an AFK blaze farm. You want to see it? Check it out. Ooh, look at that. In Minecraft 1.11, a new game rule was added which is called max entity cramming, and the default for this is 24. What that means is if you get more than 24 mobs in a 1x1 square area, the 25th one will suffocate. Now, older mob farms would just cram tons of mobs into one area, let you kill them, and be done with it. But with this new rule, that no longer works. So I decided to challenge myself and come up with an AFK blaze farm that worked with max entity cramming, and this is it. Now the way this system works is blazes will spawn up above and they're going to get pushed to a central trough via a slime block sweeper, just like that. They're going to go into this trough and get caught by minecarts and sent over to a collection area. Now each of these collection areas will hold 12 blazes. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 2 is 24. When that amount is reached, those blazes will be pushed together into these two spots. A block will push forward that will soften them down, and then we will have an instant damage 2 potion tossed at us that we can throw right at that block. Now the cool thing about this farm is you can stand right here, you can put a weight on your right button on your mouse, and whenever that potion is tossed in your hand, whoop, your character will throw it for you, while you can go do other things, watch a movie, eat a sandwich, take a nap, whatever it is. As long as there are still potions in this system, you are going to kill blazes, which will get you blaze rods and XP. Now there are two features over here that are going to let you operate a few things in the farm. Say that you want to go away from the farm and you want this thing to shut itself down. We're going to turn off the sweeper by flicking that lever, and we can see that there it goes. That shuts down, so no longer is that going to make any noise. And if we want the blazes to stop spawning, we're going to hit this button. It's going to dispense lava that's going to cover up this area, and that's going to keep blazes from spawning. This way you can shut the farm off. You don't have to leave it on constantly. Now before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to both Snow Crash and NanoRex. I will have links show up on screen and down in the description box to their channels, specifically to their blaze farm designs. There were a few circuits that I used and a few inspirations I used from both of them to make this design, and I want to give credit where credit is due. Also, for those of you who don't want to necessarily build this, or maybe want to build it but need to actually see a little bit more in detail, I also will have a link down in the description that will give you a Dropbox link to the file for this, so you can open it up in Minecraft 1.11 or above, and you can see this farm for yourself. So now that I've rambled on, and I've told you what in the world this thing does, and a little bit of how it works, let's see if we can build this thing together. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is go into the Nether and find yourself a Nether fortress. Now not all Nether fortresses, but most of them will have this. This is what you're looking for, a blaze spawner. And you can see right now that blazes are spawning, and they would be killing me if I was trying to build something here. So what you want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in each direction. Just like that. You want to get yourself, get out of the way there, buddy. You want to get yourself a platform built. Now once you have this platform done, we're going to cover it in torches. Just like that, and now we have light level above 11 in the entire spawning area. And just to show you that nothing can spawn here, we'll move back a little bit and give it some room. I'm going to switch to difficult or hard mode. And see, nothing spawns. So as long as we have light level above 11 in a 9x9 grid around the box, nothing's going to spawn. Now that we've got this area spawn proof, we can start building. So let's go back over to the creative world and start building. Now from our spawner block, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 blocks like this. I'm going to use glass. You don't have to use glass, but I like to use glass so I can see what's going on in the farm. And then from this point, we're going to go in 4 directions, 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now go ahead and fill in the top. And now that the top is done, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and place a block like that. Do that from each corner. 1, 2, 3 going diagonal. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then draw yourself a square with solid blocks. Now that you have this solid block ring, notice that we have an odd number. You can also notice that it's lining up with the spawner. We're going to break the center boxes, or blocks, just like this. Come here, you. And then we're going to go from the underside, and we're going to place these dispensers pointing down in all 4 spots. Now, this is where lava is going to get dispensed from, and it is my experience that you would be best off not placing lava buckets into this thing until you are completely done and you are ready to go. Trust me on this. I have burned myself quite a few times doing things like this. So let's go ahead and we're going to run a line of redstone all the way around. When you get to the dropper, remember to squat, and that's going to let you place the redstone on top. And then from there, we're going to come off this way to the right-hand side of this block. We're going to bring this out twice like this, put a redstone repeater right here, and put a drop of redstone dust right there. And now from this bottom edge, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks like that, and go ahead and make this all the way around the edge. And now for one of the more tedious parts of this build, it just kind of is what it is, we're going to place signs. What we're going to do is count from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th block down, we're going to place signs. You have to do like this. It's going to say, are you done? You just say, yes, done. And we're going to extend this all along the 4th like that. And then we're going to bring it this way like this. Now, I'll show you how to do this. I'm going to squat, right-click at that sign, and it let me place a sign. And we're just going to keep doing that. Whoop! Not like that. You come here. We'll just keep doing this. And we're going to extend this all the way across as far as we can go. I think we can do one more. Yep. Just like that. And so go ahead and do this across that way and then across this way. Fill up the whole bottom. And now that we've got all the signs in place, we're going to put the next layer in each corner. We're going to place one block like this. There you go. And now we're going to place blocks that cannot be moved by slime blocks. Now I'm going to use furnaces because I usually have a ton of cobble laying around. So it's real easy to make a bunch of furnaces. If you want to know which block options are available, I have a link showing up on screen and down in the description that will show you a video I have that shows you blocks that you can use that will not stick to slime blocks. But what we're going to do now is we're going to extend out this ring to the side right here along the top. I like to make it where I can't see the front of the furnaces sticking out. So we're just going to do like this. You come here. Just like that. We're going to do this also on this side. Extend it just like that. There we go. Then we're going to come over here and fill in the rest of our blocks just like that. And now on this next layer, we're going to extend the entire length. Blocks that cannot be moved by slime blocks. Do this on both sides. Now facing the spawner in the back left and back right, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to place, come here you, place 2 dummy blocks out that way, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 dummy blocks out like this, and then we're going to put 4 sticky pistons facing just like that. Then from back here, we're just going to go ahead and finish off the back side of this with blocks that cannot be moved by sticky pistons. Just go ahead and do this on the other side. And now that we have sticky pistons on both sides, let's go ahead and come inside here and we're going to extend the length of this area slime blocks. Just like that. There you go. And now from underneath, we are going to make a giant floor out of blocks that cannot be moved by a slime block. Like I said, I'm very particular about wanting it where you can't see the face of the furnace. Now, what we're going to do is right here where this block is, boop, remove that, just like that. You come here. Me and my perfectionism. We are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on both sides. Now just make this floor extended along the other side on both sides like that, leaving that center trough open. And now that your floor is done, we're going to create the circuit that's going to operate the sweeper. You're going to make 2 of these circuits mirror imaged on each side by the slime, the sticky pistons. Yeah, that's what they're called. So let's go ahead and get a solid block. I'm going to use iron blocks, but you can use any solid block you want. You'll place 1 under here. We're going to put a dummy block right there. We can go and get rid of that. Now let's extend this out 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Let's go ahead and do all of that. Now from under here, we'll place a solid block here. We'll get rid of that furnace just like that. And there you go. And now we're going to place down our repeaters. Place 1 repeater here on full ticks. A repeater here on full ticks. A repeater here on 2 ticks. And then 2 repeaters here on full ticks. Then put redstone dust all along there. Now from along this side, we're going to put a dummy block, bring that down. We're going to do 2 blocks like this, a block forward. Go ahead and bring 3 blocks out. We'll get rid of those 2 like that. A dummy block there. We'll place a block there just like that. Now we're going to place redstone dust all along here and then place a dummy block on top of that. And now from underneath, on front of these 2 blocks, we're going to place 2 torches just like that. Now take this configuration and build a mirror image of it on that side. And now from underneath, we're going to build the trough system that's going to hold the blazes for us. So from this point, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 blocks down like that. We'll put a dummy block here, a floor block there. We can go ahead and break that. We're going to extend this all the way over to the other side. 1, 2, 3. We can go ahead and break that block as well. Place a dummy block here so we can get blocks on each side like that. Break that. And we'll go ahead and extend this out just like that. Now real quick before we move forward, you're going to need to fix this on both sides. I made a little bit of a boo-boo. We're going to get rid of that full block and put a half slab here. Get rid of that full block and put a half slab there. Let's go ahead and put our dust back here and put our repeater on full ticks. Make sure that you do this on both sides. Now for this next block of instructions, everything that I show I'm going to build on the left hand side, but you're going to do a mirror image on the right hand side. So from now on, the instructions you see, make it twice mirror imaged. I will let you know when we're not doing mirror imaged anymore, because there are some circuits and some things that will not be mirror imaged, but a large portion of this will be. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a solid block here, and we'll just extend this out to this edge right here, and then counting this block, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Place a block right here, put a lever just like that. Let's go ahead and place a regular rail here and here. And if you want to make sure that you're lined up properly, this should point at those half slabs that we just installed. We needed to have those half slabs there. So from here, we're going to extend out golden rails all the way the length of the blocks, just like that. And now from this block, counting this block, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blocks this way. Now from over here, we're going to place glass blocks along the top, just like that. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At that 8th rail, let's go ahead and place a lever, just like that. Now extend out the rest of the way with golden rails, just like that. And then on top, let's go ahead and place glass blocks. Come inside here, place glass blocks as well. One in front of the torch, extend it to there. And then we're going to go ahead for safe measure, just place a glass block here. These glass blocks are here to keep the head of the blaze always inside the block so that they never see a player, they never shoot fire, and that fire never damages any of these components. And now from this block, we're going to make a sticky piston pointing this way, one on top like that. Then we're going to go 3 glass blocks, one above like this, then come down 2 more glass blocks, a solid block, and another glass block like that. Now, from this side of this solid block, we're going to bring out 2 dummy blocks like this, put a sticky piston here, and go ahead and leave this block right here. And now from this block, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 down like that, and then 1, 2, down like that. Now cover this with redstone dust. Now from this front block, place a dummy block here, a block behind it. We can go ahead and get rid of that. Now come up 1 above it, 1 below it, extend out 2 blocks like that. So now we have a 3 by 3. Now bring out 1, 2, 3 blocks like this. We can get rid of these 2. Go ahead and put a torch right here. Go ahead and get rid of this middle block. Now from this side on the torch, place a sticky piston like that, a solid block like that. And now over here, we're going to place a dummy block here, 2 blocks there, get rid of that, and put redstone dust just like that. Now from over here, we're going to bring out a dummy block and then a regular block, 2 more blocks out like that. Go ahead and put ourselves a sticky piston just like that. We can get rid of that block for now. Now from right here, we're going to do 1 glass block here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks here. Come out 2 dummy blocks and get rid of that. Another dummy block there. This is going to help us put 2 sticky pistons just like that. And now from the underside of this 3 by 3 configuration, we're going to go 1, 2 blocks down like that, 2 off to the side, and 2 out to the front. And just repeat that on this side as well. Now we're going to come around here. We're going to put a dummy block and bring up 1. We'll get rid of that. Dummy block, bring up 1 and get rid of that. Let's go ahead and put gold pressure plates on both of these. Now from over here, we're going to put a comparator pointed that way. Comparator pointed that way, right click it so that it's in subtract mode. Put 2 pieces of redstone dust here and here. And we'll do the same thing here. A comparator. Comparator pointed that way, right clicked where it's in subtract mode. And now we're going to add the measuring device that's going to help us determine when we have 12 entities standing on a pressure plate. So I'm going to put a dummy block here, place a furnace here, right click on the furnace and put a wooden shovel. And this is important, in the top put 46 stone blocks. Stone blocks cannot be cooked and therefore the furnace will not cook them. Go ahead and go out of that. We can get rid of that dummy block there. Let's go and do the same thing right over here. Place a dummy block, put ourselves a furnace, we can get rid of that, put ourselves a wooden shovel in there, and 46 stone. Now from down here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, then come up a block right here, and then come up 3 more. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Now place redstone dust, not here, but starting here, all the way down, and all the way to that point. And then right here, place 2 dummy blocks and then a regular block on top, just like that. Now from right here, we're going to make a quick little fix. We need to actually bring this out 3 blocks, not 2. So we'll get rid of that, add redstone dust like that. Now from here, dummy block and bring that up, dummy block and bring that up, just like that. Add a redstone torch on that side and a redstone torch on that side. Now from underneath the torch, we're going to come down 2 blocks, get rid of this. We'll extend out 1, 2 more. A dummy block come up and we can get rid of this. Add a redstone torch right there. Now from here, we're going to bring out blocks and starting at this position, go 1, 2, 3. Dummy block, regular block up, and then cover the rest of this with redstone dust, just like that. And now from on top of this torch, we're going to go 1, 2 blocks this way, 1, 2 blocks this way, put a dummy block, a regular block, get rid of that. Now we'll put a torch on top, a block on top of here, redstone dust right there, and all the way like that. Now let's do the exact same thing over here on this side. 2 blocks this way, 2 blocks that way. We'll do a dummy block, come up, get rid of that, put a torch here, a block on top, redstone dust on top of there. Extend the redstone dust like that, and there you go. And now from this torch over here, we're going to come up 1 block, dummy block up, get rid of that, dummy block up, get rid of that. Then counting this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Dummy block up, get rid of it. Dummy block up and get rid of it. And then we're just going to cover all of this with redstone dust. And now in this back corner, we're going to bring out 1, 2, 3 blocks like that. Bring up a block here, one more block here. Now we're going to make a piston pointing straight up with a piece of gravel on top of it. One more block here. We'll bring up a dummy block and do 2 more blocks like that. Go ahead and get rid of that block and get rid of those 2 blocks as well. Now we're going to place dust here, here, and here. Let's place a redstone repeater right here on 4 ticks and a redstone torch, just like that. Now from right here, we're going to come up, dummy block, get rid of that, put a block there. We're going to put a redstone repeater right here on 4 ticks, add some dust, just like that. Now from over here on this side, we're going to squat so that we don't affect the repeater, place a regular piston, place a block of iron, and then place one more block just like that. Let's put a dummy block right here while we're here and put a regular piston right there. Now from this side, go ahead and put a repeater on 1 tick. Now for this next step, I'm going to combine both sides because the way that a special block in the middle has to be done. So we're going to bring out a block. Let's go ahead and extend this all the way across. Let's find our center point, which should be lined up with the spawner. We'll get rid of that block right there. 2 on each side like that, and replace these with redstone blocks, just like that. Now come up 2 blocks like this. We're going to put activator rails on the left and right hand side, and then gold rails, just like that. Then we're going to come out a detector rail, 2 gold rails, and a regular rail. Right here, we're going to go ahead and place a switch, and let's do this on the other side while we're here. Put a detector rail, 2 gold rails, a regular rail, put a switch right there. Now at this point, we're going to get rid of that detector rail and place a solid block on top, just like that. And now at the point where the detector rail is at, we're going to come down just like this with a sticky piston, just like that. Put you a half slab, stone slab. It has to be a half slab, and make sure it's in the upper position. And we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. Now from here, we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. And on top, we're going to place a solid block and extend, or not extend, but 1, 2, 3, just like that. And now right here, place at the top a trap door, just like that. Come down 2 glass blocks, and then go ahead and extend the glass all the way to this corner. Now starting on the center pillar, come down to the bottom and count 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Let's go ahead and come over to this side, see if we can get down in there. 2, 3, 4, just like that. Now from the underside, we're just going to bring this across until we reach level with the gold plates. Now starting from this point, we're going to put a dummy block and bring up a block, get rid of that. Counting this, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn. We'll extend it this way and come past 1 block right here. Put a repeater pointing this way on 1 tick and cover the rest of this with redstone dust. Now at this point right here, we're going to place 2 blocks just like that to keep those signals separate. And now we're going to connect these 2 points right here. Let's just run a line of blocks all the way across like that. Take our redstone dust, we'll run it across just like that. Let's get ourselves a torch and place a torch right there. And now we're going to connect these sticky pistons up. We're going to run a line like this right here. Blocks like that. Put a repeater right here on 4 ticks there as well. And then point it here at 4 ticks and there at 4 ticks. Now bring these blocks like this, 1 piece here, and go ahead and add redstone dust to all those. So that's the end of the tutorial part where we have to build mirror images of things. Now we're just going to go back to regular steps. So off of this torch, we're going to bring 1 block forward, 1 block down and get rid of that. Then we're going to put another block in front of there. Let's put a piston pointing up with a piece of gravel on top. We'll put another block on top like that. Let's go ahead and put a dummy block here and a regular piston on top like that. We're going to put 2 dummy blocks here for a space. Come down like that, and we can get rid of these 3. Go ahead and place ourselves a piston pointing this way. And then we're going to kind of do the same thing over here. We're going to go block. We can get rid of that. Piston pointing up with a piece of gravel and 2 blocks just like that. Now let's put some redstone dust here. A repeater pointing that way. A repeater pointing that way with 2 pieces of dust there. And let's put a redstone block right there. Now from this redstone block, come over 2 dummy blocks like that, put a block there, and we can get rid of those. Now counting this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Come up 1, we can delete that. Come over 1 and delete that, just like that. Now from here, we're going to go down 1 like that, down 2 like that, and then counting this block is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn and come right here. Now let's go and put a regular piston pointing up. Let's put a regular block in front of that. Piece of gravel there. And now we're going to add a redstone repeater pointing that way on 1 tick. 3 repeaters pointing this way on full ticks. Just like that. And now add redstone dust to the rest of these blocks. And now from right here, we're going to go 1, 2 blocks wide by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks long. And then put 1 ear right there. Then from right here, let's go ahead and add 2 repeaters on full ticks, 1 repeater on full ticks, and then a repeater pointing this way on full ticks. Then we'll cover the rest of this with redstone dust. So from right here, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, come up a block, over like that, and we can get rid of that. Now let's go ahead and extend these blocks over like that. And at this end, let's bring up a block and get rid of that. Now right here, we're going to have 3 comparators pointing that direction with a piece of redstone dust right there. Let's put some dust right here, and let's put 4 comparators, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointing in that direction. And now from this block, we're going to extend out 1, 2, bring a dummy block here and a block up, get rid of that. Dummy block here, block up, and get rid of that. And then we'll put sticky piston here and a sticky piston right there. Now let's put blocks, 3 in a row there, 3 in a row here, 3 in a row right there, and then 1 right there in the middle. Now from over here on the back side, let's go ahead and wire this up. We're going to bring out the redstone dust to right there. And now back here on the front, we're going to place 1, 2, 3 dummy blocks like that. Let's go ahead and put a hopper right here. We're going to press shift and have 2 hoppers pointing there. You're going to run this hopper to whatever collection system you want for your blaze rods. Now we're going to bring blocks down here. Let's go ahead and just do it for all like that. So it's going to be a 3 by 3. And let's do this. We're going to bring down 2 glass blocks here and 3 glass blocks there. Now I like to use glass a lot here because that way you can see the blazes moving around in the farm. Now from here, squat and shift. We're going to bring out the floor just like that. And now starting with the floor, we're going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Put 2 blocks here and then do 6 more blocks just like that. Now let's put a dropper facing up. Let's go ahead and finish out the rest of the blocks like this. So erase this, shift and point at the side of the dropper, and we're going to put a hopper pointing just like that. Now let's squat and we'll place a chest. This is where you're going to put your damaging potions. That way you can have a nice little reserve. Now you can kind of make this however you want. I've just got it here for convenience for now. But as long as it's feeding into that dropper, everything will work. And then we're just going to take and extend this wall all the way like this on both sides. Now back underneath the farm, we're going to go to this point right here, and we're going to bring a dummy block there, bring out a block this way, and then count 1, 2 forward. Let's go ahead and put a redstone torch right here in front. We'll run some redstone dust right there. And then from underneath this torch, we're going to place a dummy block for now. Let's come out 1, 2, like this, to the side, like this. Let's bring this forward, and we're going to squat. Let's place a solid block right there underneath that dropper. Now, pointing this direction, we're going to put a repeater on full ticks. Let's go ahead and wire this up, just like that, and that dropper should go off. That's good. You want to hear that sound. So from right here on this dummy block, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can get rid of the block. We're going to turn and go 1, 2 right here. And now from here, we're going to stair step up to this point right here. Now let's just go ahead and add redstone dust along this surface, just like that. So back here in the AFK point, we're going to put a button on the left, a lever on the right, put some signs up here. I'll let you fill those out later, but the right-hand side is going to be for the sweeper on and off. The left side is to toggle the spawner on and off. Now notice 1, 2 blocks here. So we're going to go 1, 2, put a torch here, and we can test this. Click that button. We saw that torch went off, so that's good. Up above the torch, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. 1, 2 blocks. Make a dummy block, a block up like that, and get rid of it. Now let's place a torch here. We're going to go ahead and extend dust right here. And now we're going to make a torch pillar all the way up to that point. And now that we've got our torch pillar, you can see it's block, torch, back and forth until we get up to this point. You should have a block level with your repeater right here. We're going to go ahead and take some redstone dust and connect this. Now, if we had buckets of lava in there, that would have just made a mess. So it's a good thing that we waited. Now to the left of the torch, down here, we're going to put a dummy block, place a regular block, and another block, and we'll get rid of this. Now let's place a piece of redstone dust here. Let's test and make sure that this switch is working, and it is, so that's good. We'll go ahead and flip it off for now. So counting these 2 blocks, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to turn, we'll come up right there, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks, just like that. Let's have a redstone repeater pointing this way, and we'll cover the rest of this with dust. And now from this point, we're going to build a bunch of dummy blocks. So let's go 1, 2, 3 like that. And now counting this block, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Go ahead and extend up 13 on the other side as well. We're going to use this to make a stair step for our redstone. So aiming at the top of each block, we're going to go alternating all the way up to the top. So here, just like that, and then just keep alternating as we go up. Come here, you. Thank you. Nope. Should end up on the top block on the backside one. So let's go ahead and get rid of all these blocks now. We don't need them anymore. Like I said, they're dummies. Dummy blocks, aptly named. There we go. And then we're going to take redstone dust and run it all the way up here to the top. And now over here on the circuit for the sweeper, we're going to come out 1 block this way, 1, 2, and then extend out like this. These 2 blocks made another mistake. We're going to need to replace these and make them half slabs so that we can run redstone over this, but that the heads of the blazes can go through it without suffocating. So let's go ahead and bring 3 pieces of redstone like this. We're going to put a repeater right here on full ticks and 2 repeaters right here on full ticks, just like that. Bring some redstone dust like that, and then repeat this circuit on that side. And now over here at the sweeper circuit, we're going to go 1 block here, a dummy block, and come up a block like that. And then we're going to extend this line all the way across to the other side and step up our blocks just like that. Now let's come to the center point, which should be in line with our spawner. We're going to place a block here, a block here, and we can get rid of these 3 blocks just like that. Let's place a torch on each side, and then let's place 4 redstone repeaters pointed in this direction on full ticks. There we go. Add our redstone dust, and we should see our sweeper extend all the way to the end. Good. That's a good sign. Let's go ahead and put some dust here, and let's repeat on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on full ticks. We'll add our dust, and the sweeper extends. Great, that is awesome. That is good news to see. So from here, let's go ahead and add a block, a dummy block, another dummy block, and a step-up block, and then we'll put a block here. We can erase those two. Let's go ahead and come over here, just like that, and just like that. We'll put 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 comparators pointing that way, 2 comparators pointing that way, and let's run some dust here. Now let's put a torch in front, and this should set off our comparator clock, which is going to run our sweeper back and forth, back and forth. Perfect. Now all that's left is to wire up the on-off switch. So we're going to come up right here, place a block, extend this out like this until we get to this point. Get ourselves some dust, bring the dust out like this, and at this point right here, let's go ahead and swap this out for a repeater. That way the signal that's made its way up here will make its way over here. While we're at it, let's go ahead and come down here. We're going to flip the switch and let's test and see if it shuts off the sweeper. By the sound, sounds like it did. Yes, it did. We have a continual signal coming in here, which is not letting the comparators decay on their timing. Everything stops. Everything's nice and quiet. So for those of y'all who have been following along the tutorial, you'll be glad to know that we are seriously reaching the home stretch. Let's go ahead and break this signal. We're going to load these lava buckets from the top. If we tried to load them from down inside, breaking one of the blocks in the walls, we might accidentally break one that's holding those signs. That would be a catastrophe. Also, at this point, I'm going to assume that you've got your torches and everything out. You might even have blazes that are spawning inside there. So it's just safer and easier to do this up here and not end up with lava all over our face or a blaze shooting us in the face. So notice I've got the main signal disconnected. We're going to hit shift and we're going to replace all of our redstone dust just like that. And now that we've got that, we'll place this and we should see all of our lava get dispensed. That's awesome. That's working properly. So now that we know that's working properly, let's go ahead and come down here and test our button. We'll click that button. Let's come up here and looky there. All the lava shut off. Awesome. So that is a good sign. That is good to see. Now we're going to come over here. We need to come to a solid block and place a minecart and a minecart there. That minecart should go all the way around to there, wiggle, and go back, just like the other one did. Awesome. That is good to see as well. Now all that's left to do is to load up our chest and our dropper with instant damage 2 potions. Now the reason why we're using instant damage 2 is because we're throwing the potions right here at this block. It's 1 block away from where the mobs are. If we were doing a 1 group, we could throw an instant damage 1 potion in, we'd kill them. But we're going to need an instant damage 2 to get both of them. But what's awesome is 1 instant damage 2 potion is going to kill 48 blazes at a time. Now in all this redstone, I don't know how anybody could miss anything. But actually I did. It's a very, very important part. You're going to need to add this. I'm going to put blocks with redstone on each of these groupings of sticky pistons. And the reason why this is important is when the gold plate measures that there are 12 blazes in that spot, it shuts this off. So if that's not hooked up, the whole point to the system's not going to work. But while we're at it, there's a few more tweaks and things that I've noticed that needed to be added that I didn't realize in the original tutorial when I recorded it. So down here, we're going to add 1 more repeater on 4 ticks. That's going to make sure that this does not spit out a potion until the softener blocks are completely finished. It was spitting out a potion right before it was done, so that wasn't working. And the other thing is that I've noticed that blaze rods sometimes end up on the floor right here. So we're going to go ahead and put 2 blocks of glass right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand here and you're going to aim right there at that iron block. You will toss a potion whenever it gets spit at you. Like that. That'll break. That will kill both groups of blazes, and their blaze rods will not shoot out everywhere. They'll stay contained in this area and they'll get caught by the hoppers. So now that we've done all of these little tweaks and fixes, good thing that we took care of that real quick, let's go ahead and run this through a test. We're going to make sure that it works. We're going to do a quick little time trial just to see what happens. There we go. They've fallen down. We're going to aim at that bottom block. And a potion got tossed at us, and we tossed it automatically. And there we go. Here comes you. Come on, orbs. Come on. They'll slowly make their way over. Let's go ahead and move up. There we go. Now, 1 use on the farm. Took approximately 5.5 minutes. We're still going. Okay, so we got 18 levels out of that and 24 blaze rods out of that. So that's not too bad. Now, the timing. Let's go ahead and boop, boop, shut all this down. And let's go ahead and put ourselves back in creative. Now, the timing that I just did, a few different factors are going to happen. First is, I'm doing this on the hardest difficulty, and if I'm not mistaken, depending on what difficulty level you're using, that is going to affect how they spawn. The other thing is that the spawn rates are random, and the third thing is that sometimes these minecarts will not pick up a blaze. So I'm going to err on the side of caution, and we're going to call this 1 use every 6 minutes. So what that means is for every hour that you want to go AFK, you're going to need to have 10 of these instant damage 2 potions. Now remember, you need to have instant damage 2 because you're going to toss a potion right here at this spot. It's a block away from the blazes. If we were tossing at their feet, we could get away with a level 1. But we need a level 2 because it needs to kill the left and the right grouping at the same time. So for every 10 of those potions, you should have a pretty decent, reliable hour's worth of use. And if this number holds true, we can say, what is that? I say 10, so approximately 240 blaze rods per hour. Those are some loose numbers, but that seems to be a good average. And that is going to be my AFK blaze farm. I had a whole lot of fun building this, and I hope you do too. But that's going to be all for me for today. But if you liked this tutorial, if you learned something new about Minecraft, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to see more videos as I release them, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and keep on building.